Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your personalized reading for the week of May 23rd to May 29th, 2022. This is a general reading, so feel free to take with you whatever resonates and leave behind for others whatever does not. To get a deeper view into your week, check out your readings for Sun, Moon, and your rising signs. In this first column here, we see where you've been. You have this never-ending story. You also have King of Wands, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups. In this middle column, we look at your current energy. You have Protection Guardian, drop your shields. You have Page of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups. In this third column, we look at a message about your journey. You have this Genesis card. Toasty cat, toasty marshmallow. All right, I was trying to talk to Lord Toasty Marshmallow, the stray cat that is being isolated until we can get him tested. So our other cats are safe. Okay. In this never-ending story card, it is a concept of repeating the same story of victimhood, some type of limiting narrative, and the need to kind of step out of that narrative, which is interesting because you do have the King of Wands, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups. So the Four of Wands is about, celebration of milestones. It could be like weddings, some type of new job, graduation. With the King of Wands, this is about like a charismatic, attractive leader, visionary leader, someone that pursues their passion and, succeeds. With the Queen of Cups, it is someone who is nurturing, intuitive, caring, and basically in touch with their emotions and possibly an empath of sorts. So, Virgo, I know at times you can be self-critical. So it could be that these things represent what it is you're trying, that you want, but maybe can't get, or a story that you tell about that. But basically, the universe wants you to know that those, the story that you tell, what you can't accomplish, can't achieve, is really not the truth. And really, the focus should be on self-love and self-care, and celebrating all of your accomplishments, no matter how small you are, and to choose the narrative that you want to have going forward. So let's take a look at this Four of Wands. Okay, that just popped out. Okay, you have the Tower. So it could be, whatever it is that you think will, be the milestone or celebration, community recognition, the way that you envision it occurring. It's almost as if the universe is saying that in itself is a belief that is like a false foundation. to some degree, every belief is a limiting belief. If you have a specific view of how, your engagement's going to be, how your wedding's going to be, how, this or that is going to be, in a sense, you are limiting the potential to be, pleasantly surprised and almost setting yourself up for disappointment. So let's take a look at the King of Wands over here. You have the Empress. And this is a card of creativity, of abundance, of really being able to tap into whatever it is you want to create and manifest, and having that resource available. And the truth is that you have access to this in some way, shape, or form. And with this King of Wands, it may be that you are projecting onto other people the concept of how they can succeed, and not really seeing that you have access to it yourself, that you can, nurture within yourself that same passion and desire that someone else would have. And let's take a look at the Queen of Cups over here. You have the Page of Cups, and this is the ability to see the world with a sense of wonder, a sense of possibility and awe in everything, and having no limitation other than what your heart can be filled with. So here, it's as if like your never-ending story of not getting these things are the only thing that are preventing you from accessing these things. And it's the maybe whatever belief that you've built up to say that because you haven't had this in life, you're never going to get it, or you keep being denied these things. But it's almost as if it's that narrative that needs to change, other than any, other person coming in and making you recognize those things. So here in your current energy with this protection guardian, drop your shields. The Seven of Wands card is a great kind of visual or representation of this concept of drop your shields. Like, you are protected. So you don't have to kind of fight. You don't have to stand your ground and expect others to challenge you and push you into a corner. You can go ahead and you can learn new things. You don't have to make it seem like you know everything. You don't have to really do more than just experience life. Once you get over this never-ending story and see that you have access to it, really looking at the world through the eyes of a child and seeing a new sense of value in things. You don't need to close yourself off. You have this protection guardian to do that for you. And if you need a sense of confidence, then tap into it. That's fine, but you don't need to have limiting thoughts. You don't have to stand on your little island. You can be much more than a little island. And I think that this Seven of Cups here is almost having you recognize like aspects that you don't really know what you want. This could be something in the past. This can be something that you feel like coulda, shoulda, woulda, a sense of, wishing your life had been different. And that's kind of a sense of a shame in a way. And really, there's nothing to be ashamed about. So let's take a look at the Seven of Wands. You have the Devil, which is basically provides short-term benefits, to temptation to look at things from a very limited viewpoint, and it's like an instant gratification, not caring about the long-term consequences. So to some degree, the way that I'm sensing this is that it's a negative thinking pattern where you jump to needing to protect yourself. And almost this never-ending story of what you can't get, what you don't have, is your way of protecting yourself in a limiting way. So let's see what's going on with the Seven of Cups. You have the Five of Swords, and this is a card of a lose-lose situation, winning at all costs, a false sense of victory. So it's almost kind of like this, your idea of what you can't have, your view of success, your view of being a leader, your view of being this attractive, courageous energy, something that is just full of beauty and life and, intuition. It's almost as if you are seeing a certain route to those things and not acknowledging yourself as you are, and loving yourself in all ways. It's almost as if you need a sense of like a strength card to kind of help you along with that. So let's look at the Page of Pentacles. You have the Two of Wands. This Two of Wands is really a calling for you to get out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is almost to protect yourself. So with this Page of Pentacles, this ability to look at something new and find a new value in it, find a new piece of information, find new value in yourself, can really help you get out of a certain pattern here. So here, this message about your journey. This Genesis card is considered like a card showing that you're experiencing a dark night of the soul, where really it's like you feel like you're in a war of some sort, with kind of the belief systems that you have, and you can be having repeat occurrences of this, and that might be indicative here with this Devil card here. So with this card, it's kind of like really take time to sort through what it is you're experiencing, what it is you're thinking, maybe do some like meditation, journaling, listen to certain soothing types of music, practice Reiki, get out there and exercise, basically finding a way of it's almost like this never-ending story, finding a different way to play out this never-ending story other than with your own life. So with the Six of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ace of Swords, it's as if you go through some challenge, you'll overcome that challenge, you'll feel good about it, then something comes along. The Seven of Swords is liar, stealer, cheater card, but it's almost as if you steal the glory from yourself with these, limiting thoughts, or, this victory isn't the same as these victories or these types of recognitions. And it's like you're cheating yourself out of, recognizing what you've learned and what you are experiencing, and kind of saying, well, that's not the story of my life that I want to be telling, or that I thought would be my happy ever after. So it's really something I'm embarrassed about, or not even proud about, or just don't even want to talk about. So here, basically with the Ace of Swords, it's trying to get to reset how you define a victory, how you define your truth, how you define your beliefs, how you communicate with yourself. So let's take a look at this, the Six of Wands over here. You have the Queen of Wands, which, Virgo, I think that is really a very key aspect of your true energy, which is like vibrant, charismatic, and might not be the King of Wands energy, but I think every time you have a small little victory, this Queen of Wands energy comes out a little bit. But it's the Seven of Swords, this way of thinking. The sevens, you have 3 sevens here, and sevens are about, testing your will, examining your will. What is it that you believe in? What is it that you want or desire? What is it that you're willing to do to get what you want? Interestingly, even though your element is earth, I do not see any pentacles other than this Page of Pentacles, which is this, curious energy, which looks at each situation, each fact, with what they can learn from it. So here, it's kind of like when you deny yourself experiencing this victory, or deny yourself the ability to have the narrative of what is, as opposed to what you can't get or wish you could get, then it's, it's almost as if you're cheating yourself out of that experience, that knowledge. So let's take a look at the Seven of Swords. You have the Knight of Cups here. So this could be, perhaps you've had bad experience when it comes to romance. Perhaps you've denied feelings of, attraction, because you're telling yourself never-ending stories, or you try to make it seem like you're too cool for school, and you're not even going to let someone know that you want to have a connection with them, whether it's on a platonic level, whether it's on a romantic level. But it's almost like you don't want to be seen as trying to even convey love, to convey a sense of creativity. And let's see what's going on with the Ace of Swords. you have the Ten of Cups. And so the Ten of Cups is interesting in that it is the kind of like your version of happily ever after, which it kind of indicates here. With this tower, your version of happily ever after is being told in a way of what you can't accomplish or what you have been prevented from or you don't have right now. The Ten of Cups, the traditional Ten of Cups, is on a stage. It occurs on a stage. So it begs the question of whether or not it is a true scene of the happily ever after, a true scene of happiness, or if it's a version of what is like supposed to be happiness. And then another aspect of the Ten of Cups is you can't sustain happiness 24/7. The rainbows, different colors of the rainbow, really represent the different emotions that we all experience. And the sense of, the Ten of Cups, this happy ever after, is more happy having experienced all these emotions and knowing that it's a choice to, look at life in a certain way. But not being afraid to experience the different emotions and having a sense of balance so that you're not controlled by certain emotions or controlled by avoiding certain emotions or avoiding certain situations. So it seems, Virgo, that this week is about you kind of like letting down your guard, but there is a bigger journey for you in the sense of figuring out why it's kind of ingrained in you to have this this need to protect yourself and need to like not be seen as what you really feel, because you almost feel like there's nothing you deserve that you don't already have, based on this idea of what you think is, your like success or made it, or I guess finding out how you think and how you talk to yourself about your life and your experiences prevents you from being able to access what you probably already have access to. So I'm hoping this provides a helpful perspective of your week, and we'll see you next time. Take care.